Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to Dominion Online. I'm your LP here for today, capital G, and let's log in. Nice thing about it is you can log in with your Facebook, you can log in with your Google+, you can sign in with Twitter, or just your own email. Let's do this with Google+. And yeah, that's not what I look like in real life, but you can actually customize this. Fun little feature. But you're not really going to see this face too much because Dominion Online is in fact a digital version of a popular card game. Well, I say popular, it used to be more popular. But I digress. What kind of a card game is this? It is something that started a new genre of game, new for the time, called a deck building card game where you start with a small deck of cards and you can purchase additional cards. They'll initially go to your discard pile, but when you need more cards and your draw pile is empty, you shuffle in your discard and continue drawing, giving you access to those new cards. To get an idea of how this works, we're going to go to the first stage of the tutorial. I've already completed it on the online version, of course, and I have real life copies of this game, physical copy, so I am quite comfortable with Dominion. So personally, I don't need Tutor Thomas, but for anyone who has never seen Dominion before, be sure to heed his words because his advice is very good. Dominion is a card game where you make clever use of your coins to buy victory, treasure, and action cards. Unlike many other card games, each player has their own personal deck. Each turn has 3 phases played in this order: actions, buys, and cleanup. In the action phase, you can play action cards, but if you have no action cards, you just go straight to the buy phase. In the buy phase, you can buy 1 card, quickly play all your treasure cards by pressing this little button here. Treasure cards are these, the coins. You'll see that they're flashing blue, so let's play the treasures. You play 3 coppers. Each of them gives you 1 coin you can use to buy a card. Let's see what we can buy and what that means exactly. This smithy looks like an interesting card to buy, and there's only 10 in the supply. However, if you take a look at this number 4 here, and you get a better look at here, it costs 4 coins to purchase. We only have 3, so we wouldn't be able to. This is what an actual Dominion card looks like. And I've been getting a lot of text messages, so I don't know if you've been hearing the ding, but can't be helped. That is an action card that will let you draw 3 more cards. Hence why the card text said simply plus 3 cards. 4, as I mentioned, is the cost of the card to purchase it. We only have 3, so we can't buy that one. Looking further on the tableau that we can purchase from, we have copper. It costs 3 coin to purchase, and gives us 2 coin whenever we play it. So let's pick it up by pressing on this little cross button here, blue cross. Now it's time for cleanup. We discard all the cards we've played, all the cards we've purchased, and any cards remaining in our hand, and draw a new hand of 5. Now, after you discard your coins, actions, and buys all reset, and you draw 5 new cards. It's important to draw these cards at the end of your turn, because as we'll see later on, there'll be new action cards which can affect other players. But for now, we're doing the first 2 turns of a typical game of Dominion, where we still don't have any action cards we can play. However, this time around we have 4 more copper, so we can buy cards. A starting deck in Dominion features 7 coppers and 3 estates. I'll talk about estates in a moment. In the meantime, let's buy that action card that we looked at before, the smithy. Why is it important to buy these cards? Well, first I'll explain the endgame conditions. The game is over when any 3 piles are empty, or all of the provinces are purchased. If you need to draw a card, your deck is empty. Shuffle your discard, you have a new draw pile. So, for anyone who didn't quite catch what that was, Tutor Thomas, and the game plays very quickly, decided to purchase a duchy. It's a victory point card, and I'll talk about those when we see our next hand. Actually, I'll be talking about them very, very soon, I think. So let's play our smithy. It's an action card, so we can actually play it during our action phase this time. Action phase will always take place before the buy phase. So we play our one action, we drew our 3 cards, we drew a silver and 2 copper. So now we get to play our treasures. We have 8 coins, enough to buy a province. It's worth 6 victory points. The win condition is to have the most victory point cards in your deck, and they have different values. You start with 3 estates which have a value of 1 point. The duchies are worth 3 points to you, and the provinces are worth 6. The reason you would typically go for actions and coins as opposed to victory points early in a game is simply because these cards, these green cards, do nothing for you when they're in your hand. So that's the drawback of buying a lot of victory point cards. So now, because we have 8, we're going to buy the one and only province in this game. Typically there are 8, but for the purpose of demonstration, there's only 1 province card, and because it's been sold out, we get to add up our victory points and see who wins. As you can see, we win with 9 points. We had 3 states, the 3 that we started with in our deck, and the 6-point province. Tutor Thomas had the 3 states he started with, plus 1 that he had purchased. He had also purchased a duchy worth 3 points. But it's only good for 7 points, even though he actually had more green cards in his deck than we did. Efficiency is the way to go. So these early stages don't really show us a full game. A full game usually has, usually has 3 different kinds of coins that we can purchase. The 3 types of victory point cards, and up to as many as 10 other cards, mostly actions, but sometimes they could be other victory point cards and other gold coin cards. So now we're playing with a slightly expanded deck. Slightly expanded selection of cards, mind you. Sorry, not an expanded deck. The deck is still 10 cards. And our first 2 turns, typically speaking, we'll never have any actions to play, so we just play our treasures and buy cards. This time around, we're going to pick up a village to start. Village is a very popular card in the Dominions because it's a card that lets you play it, you draw a new card to replace it right away, and it gives you extra actions. It allows you to play up to 2 extra action cards, making it a very strong choice. Now, as I've explained before, those green cards do nothing for you when you're in your hand, so a first turn estate is usually not a good idea, because it only gives 1 victory point, and it slows down your deck. But in his starting hand, he had his 2 copper and 3 estates, so sometimes you don't really have much of a choice. You don't have to buy a card on your first turn. You don't have to buy a card on any given turn, but sometimes it's better to skip a buy for better opportunities later. This time we have our 4 coins, and we'll take our smithy. The point of buying these actions is to make it easier to get more gold in our hands quicker, and be able to pick up better cards. So now I get you to draw a village, so we'll play our village. You can see here, plus 1 card, plus 2 actions, click. So because the village gave us an extra action, we can play our smithy now, which we were lucky enough to draw. You're not always going to draw this card off of a village, but when it happens, it's pretty sweet. So because of all those extra cards, we now have 6 copper in our hand. So let's play our treasures. And we'll have a chance to buy gold. Much the way silver cost 3 gold and gave us 2 coin whenever we played it from our hand. Gold costs 6 to purchase, however it will give us 3 coin whenever it's in our hand. So obviously we want to have these. So now we're playing for real against Tutor Thomas here. and he's just scooping up estates in a hurry. We are in no such rush. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's play our treasures and pick up another gold. The more gold we have in our deck, the better our chances are of picking up these provinces. For this round of the tutorial, there are 2 provinces available for purchase. We only have 4 coin this time, so we'll play our treasures, and this time we will get what? We'll just get a silver this time. Just improve our gold. Yeah, now he's picked up a smithy because he only had 4 coins, and that's the best card he can get, so that's what he decided to pick up. So now we have 5 on our hands, and hopefully we can find some more money when we play our smithy. That's going to be our action for the turn. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we have it. So let's play our treasures and purchase a province. That's good for 6 points. It's already exceeded all the point cards that he's picked up so far this game. So here we have 5. Let's play our treasures. And for the sake of arguing, let's say we actually need some points. Let's pick up a duchy. It's 5 coin for 3 points. Not a bad move. It's not always the best move, but it's not a bad one. And here could work out for us because we have our smithy and we have both our golds in our hand. So let's play our actions. You can always choose not to play an action that you have in your hands. So sometimes you just have an action which is not going to be useful for you at all. You can just skip your action phase, go straight to the buy phase. In this case, it's the only action we have is a smithy. It's good for drawing 3 cards. Why wouldn't we play it? And we got the gold we needed, so let's play our treasures. 3, 6, 7, 8, and buy the province. Both provinces are good, and both provinces are gone. They're in good hands, they're in our hands, and we win 18-9. He had 6 estates and 1 duchy. This sort of helps sort of reinforce the idea that actions early in the game are more valuable than points, because if you don't have the actions, you won't get the kind of gold needed to get these big cards consistently. So with that in mind, we finished the first 2 stages of the tutorial, and I'll leave it here. And next time around, we're going to do stages 3 and 4. As we progress, there'll be more cards introduced and more strategies that'll be given to us. Up until the end of the tutorial, where we should have a full set of 10 cards. So until then, be sure to take care of your Dominion, and I will see you all next time.